This is part 2 of the politics for YouTube, Rumble, TikTok update for August 29th, 2023 for the continuation of part 1. Anyone who crucifies you for not voting, crucify them in return, in reciprocation. You don't vote, you don't have a right to complain. You're the reason why Obama got in office because you don't vote. Here's a piece of education. The ones who voted for Obama who don't want to admit that they voted for Obama were the ones who fucked everything up. The ones who voted for a Biden, the pedophile who's been fucking his own niece since she's 13, has no right to complain. Yeah, that's what I said. He's been fucking his own niece since she's 13. If you do a YouTube search on Obama's first term, illegal term, Biden was taking his niece on his campaign trips, holding her by her shoulder, and saying, "Here, honey, let's go up on the stage so everybody can hear." And he moves his hand from her shoulder to her ass. So the current hysteria in the media right now, with the he won't acknowledge his granddaughter. Yeah, the only reason why he won't acknowledge his granddaughter is a sick thought. Why is it a sick thought? Because his daughter is his granddaughter. There's a high rate that he could have screwed his own niece to get his daughter, which means it's his daughter and his granddaughter. And he also just has a high rate of not admitting it's his granddaughter because no one wants to admit that it is his daughter through screwing his own niece and having sex with his daughter-in-law. Yes, there is proof because Tucker Carlson aired it. Both of them in the shower. Both of them were necking in the shower. For those of you who don't know what the word expression of the word necking is, it's a New Yorker expression for what the teenagers did in the early 80s, necking, kissing in the car, with no basis of a relationship. Okay? That's what Biden was doing with his daughter-in-law. A woman who is married to his son, if it is his son. Now, the reason why Biden doesn't show up to any of the debates, because he doesn't want to get confronted through any of the debates. So you got all these politicians coming out of the background. You don't know who they are. Don't know where they came from. Because they're trying to fill a space that no one wants to continue with. So if you're having a certain amount of presidential runs, they have to have all these politicians coming out and taking their part and playing them just so they can fill the spot of the next presidential office. None of them are real president, but they're just preoccupying the office. It's like Obama was the preoccupant. Donald's the current preoccupant. Neither one of them are the president. They're just preoccupying the office. Obama still has not proven that he's a citizen. He never was born here. Kamala was never born here. Oh, I'm sorry, let me get to the technicality. Before she hit the Senate, she was known as Pamela Warren. Changed the plaque to Kamala Warren. Went out in public, did her debates. They did a quick screen name list. And while they're doing a name list, at the same time that Pocahontas, otherwise known as Elizabeth Warren, they switched the names, ran them across the screen, and then Pamela Warren changed to Kamala Harris. Pamela with a P, Kamala with a K. She went from Warren to Harris. She went from the witch to a... What the fuck is so funny, you witch? So now, they got all these preoccupants. None of them want to admit who they really are because they're not confronted. Like I said before in the previous film update, Use your brains. Use common sense. Think of things to exploit the politicians. Okay? Honestly, think of things to exploit them. Don't feel stupid. Don't think you're stupid. If any of you see anyone who may show up to one of the debates, I don't care if these suggestions are brought out publicly through third party. Show up in an audience and demand that the taxpayers, the real taxpayers who are angry, not the ones who are paid for by the media, intervene on the debates and ask them the hardcore questions. If they get the cockroaches out, otherwise known as the security guards, hire people to be the security guards so that you can interrupt and intervene on the debates. And if the politicians start laughing, crucify them. Don't laugh at us just because we're telling the truth. These guys are angry and we don't want to talk to people who are angry. Well, we don't want to talk to liars either. We could always perform another Guy Fawkes Day and do a nuclear bomb on DC if you don't want to hear us. The media could always say, this is a decision on our future. Yeah, it is a decision, media. So take it seriously, because we can always disable the media if the media doesn't want to take us seriously. If you want, destroy the media outlets. You want to crucify us? We can destroy the media outlets by walking in on broadcasts and making them go off the air. Sounds like a lovely thought, doesn't it? Now, here's a suggestion for a minute and a half left. When it comes to voting and crucifying the politicians, look for the one who smiles and laughs the most. They're the ones who have a lot to hide. They are the ones who are creating the doubt and the performance. They would rather argue and crucify one another for the sake of distraction. Bush Jr. was the one who laughed at everyone. Obama laughed at everyone. Cruz laughed at everyone, crucified everyone, and then massaged his ego because he and Hannity were massaging each other's egos. The one who laughs and crucifies everyone else the most is the one who doesn't care about your future. The one who argues the most is the one who does not care about your future. Anyone like Ted Cruz who says, breathe, 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 we don't want no half rookie. We don't want any politician who has a criminal history. There's not one politician in D.C. outside of Rand and Rand Paul who doesn't have a criminal history. Even the media has a criminal history. They're now bitching after 3 years worth of damage. Oh, the new current shot, they said it was going to work. Bingo, it didn't work. So why should we take them seriously? Let me ask you something, media outlets, no matter who it is. Why should I take you seriously if you fucking lied in the very beginning? You created the encouragement of the lockdowns. You're the ones, no matter which outlet it is. Yes, Tyrus, one with the fake wife. Everyone in every media outlet encouraged the lockdown. You destroyed the educational system for the kids. Don't give this fake martyr crap. We have to get the kids going. We shouldn't be dealing with being 15th in place. With 30 seconds left of this part one, don't bitch about the damage you helped cause, because you're the one who created it. I'd love to be a progressive communist, to eliminate the Constitution. Let's go on to social media, part 2.